Noon the show by Lauderdale, Jones, Scott, and Smith. Winston, Leak, you better act right. Don't drive slow and be wild at night. 'Cause you need to know that if you do, that Scotty Ray is watching you. He's everywhere, he's everywhere. That man is faster than a scalded cat. If you do something dumb, then you better run with haste. Scotty Ray's at a wreck before it ever takes place.
And good morning, I'm your friend Scotty Ray. Odie is here, 75 right now as we're waking up. It's going to be a hot day, 104 on that heat index side, and we should bump 97 on the thermometer.
And that's, you know, if you notice that the thermometer that they use to gauge is actually in the shade, go put one of them bad boys out in the middle of the sun where we at and tell me what it says.
Is it hot enough to where you could do an egg on the sidewalk? Has anybody tried that yet?
I'm sure.
I'm going to send Odie out and do an investigative report there.
Yeah,
Did y'all hear me talking about the wall to where they're going to start painting it black to where if you touch it?
You know, they got gloves in Mexico.
Y'all. As we promised.
Now, if you want to make it hot, you can put, like 220 up to it or something. Yeah.
That would definitely stop.
Most of our gloves come from Mexico, because I'm sure they got some left over.
They didn't think about that, did they?
They didn't think about that part.
Our special guest this morning, let's introduce him. He is the brand new police chief of Meridian, Mississippi. How in the world are you? Malachi Sanders, how in the world are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Folks, if you haven't had a chance to meet this man, it's daylight and dark from what we've had over the last 4 years. You're very involved with the community. I've seen you everywhere.
Yes, sir.
You know, there was even rumor that you were downtown riding a four-wheeler not long ago.
Yes, I was.
Run out of gas in your truck? What happened?
No, we just decided to go, just try something different. Just go downtown on the four-wheelers and the side-by-side. Just speak to the business owners. A little community policing, that's all.
And, you know, and that's a big deal because there's been a lot of businesses that felt, you know, there was and I was vice. Well, I have to ask Keith McCary what I was, but it was a group put together of downtown businesses, and I accidentally showed up at the meeting and got got something. And they had one meeting, and it never got back together. Keith was the head of it, and it was downtown businesses, a way to alert if something bad happened. And if say had somebody shoplifting, stealing, robbing, had one meeting. Got free food out of it, but
maybe that's what it was. They didn't find nobody else to feed you.
But it's good that the Meridian Police Department is being seen again, giving out cards. If you've got a problem, call me.
Absolutely. I don't know what happened in the past. I'm not concerned about that, but I know in law enforcement, on the executive level as well as the entry level, community policing is extremely important. That entry level law enforcement officer, he needs to be out in his community, getting to know the people in his neighborhood, as well as the chief executive law enforcement. You need to be out being transparent, holding everybody accountable, and holding the community accountable. So
now, I don't know if y'all offer this, but I'm going to suggest it. You know how I am about suggestions. Do y'all have such thing as Officer of the Month?
Well, I don't want to do an Officer of the Month because what I'm doing, I'm starting a awards program, a yearly awards program where we're giving out a Meritorious Service Award, Valor Award, Life Saving Award, and Officer of the Year Award. So I didn't want to.
We wanted to throw in, because you were talking about business owners and getting up McQueen. I don't know how well you know McQueen, but let me tell you something. The business owners in Meridian love this guy.
Yes.
Every community event that goes on, he's there with a smile trying to help somebody. And kids, and that's what being a cop is.
That's exactly right. He does an awesome job of that, and he's not putting on. He really loves the city of Meridian, and he does an awesome job.
And he does. The thing is that there's a lot more out there just like that. I watch y'all every day.
Absolutely. We have different divisions, our special operations group, all of our law enforcement officers that work the road, as well as the ones on our gang task force, our drug task force. They're doing a wonderful job. They're doing a wonderful job. And I can't really single out one.
I understand that.
I'm just getting in it. Yeah, it's a group effort. It's a team effort. And that's what I preach. I preach family and I preach teamwork, That's
So
what it's all about.
we've had a lot of people say, "Hey, look, this is going in the right direction. Everything is going good. You're gonna have mishaps. There's evil everywhere. It doesn't matter." But one thing to combat that is having police officers. So with that being said, how are you on your police officers, the amount you have, and are you hiring, getting ready to hire? Are you looking at building the police force?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I like you said that word evil, because that's what we're having to deal with as far as law enforcement and good people of the city of Meridian and this United States. We're dealing with evil. So, of course, we need law enforcement there to protect us. And we're going to do one of the largest scale recruit and retention programs, recognizing there are people out there that, 21 years of age and older that may have not thought about being a police officer. So we want to attract those individuals, as well as the lateral transfers. Anybody that may want to leave their agency and come aboard Team Meridian, we want them to come aboard, and we're building a culture of teamwork and family. And of course, the city council hopefully is going to help us with the pay increase, but pay doesn't always attract individuals all the time. It's a lot of atmosphere, that value, bringing value, having value, and showing those individuals that coming in that this is a family, this is a team. So if you have something significant or a skill set to bring to the table, we're willing to take you in and show you, okay, we're going to treat you right, but we expect you to do a job. We're going to hold everybody accountable, but at the same time, you got to follow laws and policy just like you enforce.
Well, that's a good statement there. And
yes.
Max, if I'm not, what is it, 100, 115 in the end that we could do?
As far as billets?
Yes.
It really is 85.
85 is what we're
And
at.
I'm going to ask the city council on in the future, can we have 120? But because, like we talked before, a lot of things are coming into Meridian. Meridian is growing. We're pushing for, the city is pushing for a stronger economic development plan. A lot of businesses may be coming in, and in order to kind of equal everything out, you need more law enforcement to protect those businesses. So
with the talk of the data center,
yes,
of course, there's going to be
exactly.
a lot of seasonal people here that are here helping build these things. We'll see a huge influx of
Progress breeds progress. And when you have that type of facility being built, it's going to have different support companies coming in to support that. And you're going to see, I truly believe, that we start seeing other companies come into our area. And one thing that these companies are going to look at is, what type of police force do you have?
Absolutely.
And what is your crime rate?
Absolutely.
And right now, our police force looks like it's going up, because I work with the police every day.
Yes.
And everybody can see that the crime rate is dropping. You'll never be at zero.
Nope.
God gave us good, and God gave us
That's
evil.
exactly right.
It's there, and there's nothing we can do but try and push it out.
I don't mean this ugly, but you're really bad for business.
I'm hoping I'm bad for criminal business.
That's right.
Bring all the good businesses in Meridian, but I'm hoping I'm bad for criminal business, criminal enterprises, because like I said before, I don't sit on my hands. I'm enthusiastic. I don't want to sit down on at a desk all day. I want to be out with the men and women that work for the city of Meridian, as well as the sheriff's department and any other law enforcement agency.
Oh, yeah, and we're going to talk about that in just a moment, the change that we're seeing on all of that in the Meridian area. That's up next. We'll be right back. If you got a question for the chief, feel free to throw it up there. We've got a lot of compliments there, people saying that they feel safer. And that's a key thing, of feeling safe and coming back shopping again. That's what rises business for us.
Yes.
And we got that up and coming. Y'all stay with us.
For something as vital as your eyes, you should have your lenses and contacts made with the utmost care and precision. And that's what Grayson Optical does on 24th Avenue. Since 1996, Grayson Optical's mission has been to provide Meridian and surrounding areas with quality eye care products. That's why we're locally owned and operated. And don't forget, custom-made sunglasses like Costa for your eyes only. When you need to see clearly, Grayson Optical, 2021 24th Avenue, Meridian, 601-693-6374.
Hi folks, Paul Brown with Dixie Buildings. We're here to take care of all your building needs for your personal and your business needs. That includes portable buildings, carports, sheds. Don't forget your hunting camps are coming in. You can start out with our 8x10s. If we cannot haul it, we can build it for you on site. We have 2 locations, one on Highway 19 South and our home office just around the corner on Long Creek Road. Just give us a call at 601-483-4943.
Advanced Auto Glass by Joey can handle all your windshield repair and replacement needs. Service work is guaranteed and covered by warranty. Our technicians are professional, auto glass trained, and have over 100 years of combined experience. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey utilizes in-house calibrations for vehicle safety systems. Most insurances are accepted, and reliable mobile service is available in surrounding areas. Keep cars cool and secure with custom tinting, side mirror replacement, and AquaPal windshield wipers. There's one clear choice in auto glass repair. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey.
Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray.
You know what today is, don't you?
Tell me.
Hump Day! Isn't it?
It is.
Yeah,
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
I'm glad I didn't mess that up. We're getting here. Friday's coming, though. So is Christmas.
There's going to be a camel pass through here in just a minute. Y'all see it. You know, I mentioned something, Chief, and let's go back and touch on this as I talked about people feeling safer and coming back to Meridian shopping again.
Yes, sir.
Tell me a little bit about that, what you're thinking on this.
Well, prior to taking this appointment, I had a lot of people that will come up to me in the gym when I'm working out here and other places while I was in Clarke County, and they'll say, I wouldn't go to Meridian after 6 o'clock. And this was prior to me retiring from the Highway Patrol, and I took that as an offense because I'm a law enforcement officer. Even though I'm a state trooper, I'm a law enforcement officer. I have police powers everywhere. And if I see a crime, I can, initiate an arrest or something like that. So I started thinking about it after I retired and Mayor Bland approached me with taking over the position as chief. I thought about what some of the elderly ladies had told me in the gym, as well as some of the people from Clarke County saying they wouldn't go to Meridian after 6 o'clock. And that hit me hard. So I said, okay, my daughter stays in Meridian. My wife works in Meridian. I spend a lot of money in Meridian eating out. So I really have a vested interest in the responsibility of taking care of Meridian also. So that's why I took the position, because I want to do things to make people feel safe. And I don't want to just talk about it. I want to be about it. That's how I am. And that's how I want the people around me to be. I want all of my enthusiasm and my overall attitude to rub off on them, so they don't have an average mindset. They want to go out and they want to get it done. And that's what I believe in. No matter if it's 1, 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, I want to get it done. No matter if it's late at night, I want to get it done. I want to make people feel safe. And I don't want to just tell people we're going to do this. I want to show you. I want to be proactive instead of reactive. Well, you got to do both, but I want to be proactive more so than reactive.
Have the details that I couldn't get it out.
It's still early, you know.
Yeah, I had enough. It's this coffee Odie made for me over here. It's got
I hadn't had my energy drink either.
Have you seen a difference since y'all started doing that? And I want to remind folks, if you're not doing anything wrong, the police aren't going to hurt you. They're there to help. But what are you seeing with the outcome of this, the more police presence?
As far as on the law enforcement end, as far as Meridian PD, I see guys and young ladies. They're more motivated to do the job. And as far as the public, a lot of positive support. I went to that 3-on-3 basketball tournament this past weekend.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Yes, and there were a lot of outpouring support for the Meridian Police Department. Now, they give it to me, but you know, all I can do as a leader is come in and try to reshape the professional attitudes and that mentality that individuals in the law enforcement of Meridian PD have. And that's what I try to do. I try to let them know, okay, you sworn an oath to protect and serve, so we got to do that job. But at the same time, have fun doing your job.
Let me ask this. Do you think it's reaching a point where a bad guy, and I say it's a bad guy, of somebody that may be wanted by the police, that knows that they've got a warrant or two, that they question themselves before they come to Meridian now, because there's a risk that they may get stopped.
Well, I
Do you
would
think that's going through that head?
I would hope that it does, but because we have a lot of officers that are out, some in undercover cars, some in marked units, and some in ghost units. So I would hope that they think about it twice, maybe even 3 times before they any type of domestic abuse or any type of stealing in stores or robbing someone, anything from a criminal element. I hope they will really think about it before they do it in the city of Meridian.
And let me say this: how do you pronounce the dog's name again? Is it? Like I said, Toledo, because I tried to say Toledo and everybody got upset with me. He looks like a Toledo to me.
Well, they sure jumped on
I didn't
you.
show this, but just to tell you how good this dog is, I sat and watched yesterday as he sniffed out, and he made his mark with something here. Well, as the investigation continued, it wasn't an arrest, but there were scales there. That's how good that dog is. There wasn't anything wrong in the world with having those, but he let everybody know something had been there.
Yeah. We have some great dogs. Actually, not just the dogs. We have some great people working, and I've said that before. But that's just part of it. A lot of people may not understand. You have different segments of law enforcement. You have your K-9 group, your gang and drug task force. You have your special operations unit, your investigative unit, and the entry-level patrolmen that'll patrol, and not just entry-level, of course, but the patrolmen that'll patrol the road. So it's very important for our young folks to understand that Meridian Police Department is a great career for someone to have.
Now, talking about career, so you've got a part-time academy.
Yes.
That if someone says, hey, I really love Meridian, I'd like to be a part of that. I hold a full-time job, but there's a part-time academy they can go to, and they can assist. But then there's also full-time academy for your full-time officers. And do you have many people that you've got ready to go to that, or what does it look like going to the academy? And then touch on that part-time academy.
Yes, Director Morgan, Greg Morgan, he's over our public safety facility and all of anything dealing with our training as far as professional development and our recruitment of part-time officers. So he's in charge of that. He's been working extensively with MCC.
A lot of changes coming out there, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. He's doing a great job. And he's taking charge of that. As a matter of fact, Chief Evans and myself are sending some individuals to that part-time academy that MCC is kind of working together to get us started with.
So this gives somebody a chance that goes, I might want to be a police officer, a chance to step into that role without being committed.
Absolutely.
It gives them a taste of it.
Absolutely. But in saying that, I'd rather have full-time officers. But like you said,
it results maybe.
Yeah, those individuals that thought about it years ago, they may be in their mid to 30s or 40s or even later than that, that thought about, well, I would love to do part-time. They welcome to come aboard with Meridian.
You got a lot of activities downtown that you need some officers.
That's exactly right. And we look at that as, sometimes we're real shorthanded with our guys that work our normal shifts. We could utilize those part-time individuals to work for us. So it works both ways, and we appreciate it.
Let me show you a little bit of how Meridian Police Department was on this yesterday afternoon. There was a call on 29th Avenue. Guy on a bicycle supposedly had some type of weapon. And y'all come out in force. It was kind of like you had a little parade going on there. I stood over there and watched.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
Let me show y'all this. Now the female up here in the corner has done nothing wrong. I want to be clear of this. It was the angle I was standing at that I didn't get the best picture, but I didn't want to get involved. I didn't need to step across from where I was. I needed to stay where I was. Behind the car here is the suspect. Let me turn this on. Now he's getting searched. Through his belongings, and yes, of course, there was narcotics involved after a search went on with that.
Yes.
You can see his feet there. I couldn't get around. I didn't want to interfere with the investigation, so I had to stay where I was.
Yes, sir, of course.
And as you look at this, and let me move to the next one, and I got several videos. Where'd my little doodaddy go there, Odie? There it is. Backup forces come, believe it or not, even more came. Yeah, actually, there was some donuts going on here, and no one knew that.
Pretty there.
But at the end of the day, let me see what I put here. Let me turn this down. We would have possession of controlled substance, open warrant to the city, and being charged with giving false information to police. You can't do that, can you?
No. And you see those officers on scene, those great officers, and it's very important that they do what they did. They were checking those individuals, of course, for weapons and means of escape. That's very important when you approach somebody and there's a reasonable suspicion to pat them down. So they're doing that as well as conducting an overall thorough investigation on what's going on.
Call that trust but verify.
Absolutely.
Because if you don't do that, what could happen, and I've heard of this happening in other places, to where everything is not searched, they show up at jail and they have a weapon on them.
Absolutely.
That they weren't patted down.
Yes, sir.
It could cause havoc, someone to lose their life.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And we don't want that. We don't want to be a statistic, and we definitely don't want to be complacent as far as our job.
All right, we got more coming up. Malachi Sanders is the man of the hour right now, the Chief of Police of Meridian, Mississippi. A change is in the air. We all feel it. We'll be right back with more questions. And again, Erica wanted us to tell you she's in Erica Davis. She now lives in
Pittsburgh,
Pennsylvania.
From Clarke County.
From Clarke County.
She watches us every day.
Okay,
and
that's family.
Yeah, she said to tell you hello.
Yeah.
Okay, hello, Erica.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Heblon Heating and Air Conditioning to save the day. We can keep you comfortable with special savings for your home, like up to $3,000 off new HVAC systems or a tune-up for just $69. Keep the power on with a generator. Get $200 off installs and 0% financing for 60 months. We do it all at Heblon Heating and Air Conditioning and offer financing options for any repair or installation. Call for a free quote or visit us online at HeblonHeatingandCooling.com.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
Welcome back, your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie. It is already 7:24 this morning as we move along. You had a sort of a tough question there that we wanted to ask you about.
Yeah, and that's something that we've talked about for a while here, for years.
Yes, sir.
And one of them, I get asked a lot because of what I do.
Yes, sir.
Why don't we have places for our homeless to go? And we've provided places, but these people still don't want to go to it because they have to go by rules. They can't drink alcohol. They can't do drugs. They got to be in by a certain time. So that leads to a homeless situation that we've seen in the last few months with the homeless camps around. What does the Meridian Police Department look at as far as our homeless situation? Do you have plans for trying to help get Meridian cleaned up with our homeless population?
Well, Odie, that's a tough question. That's a really tough question. And the only thing I could really provide right now is proactive enforcement in those areas where they're at. And when I say enforcement, I'm talking about trying to move them outside of areas where there are businesses and things where they may be loitering and doing things like that. But
and let me be clear about that. When we talk about near businesses, no one's coming in a business with a homeless guy stretched out in front of the front door next to it. And there's a lot of bleeding hearts. And maybe you read the article or not about the buggy a couple weeks ago.
No.
Did you read that?
No, sir.
You had one of your officers that came up on a homeless guy that had a buggy that did not belong to him, that belonged to a store. And it was stolen. And he gave the guy a choice. You return it where you took it, or are you going to jail? Well, the guy decided he didn't want to go to jail. He returned. It was an Andy Griffith moment, as I described it.
Yes.
You've got a choice here. And he returned the buggy. And I was eaten alive because I posted a picture of a man with a buggy in homeless, and that's all he had. It was stolen.
Yeah.
Bottom line, period. You can't have that in front of businesses. I don't care who you are, you ain't going in.
Yes, and I appreciate that officer for having the compassion for that homeless person.
Right.
Because the taxpayers are the ones that's suffering when you arrest these individuals that don't have the money to bond out and don't have the money to really do anything else, and you're trying your best to feel a little compassion for them, but at the same time, you have to enforce the law. So we have to have a better touch with our civic organizations in the city of Meridian. We need to definitely know the shelters and all the churches that are willing to put them up. But like you said before, you know, some of them, a lot of them may not want to abide by the rules when it comes to drugs and alcohol and things, or what time they can be at that particular facility. So,
well, before your time, if you'll remember, there were cash saverias across the street from there. There's a tobacco store. The clerk was stabbed 7, 8, 9 times by a homeless man. Came in unruly, and I remember it like it was yesterday. I mean, he nearly lost his life over that. He did pull through, but it was bad. Not everybody, and crime hides within it. They'll blend in the crowd.
Yes.
And this has a lot to do with it, and you just got to be cautious. You can be giving as you want, but be cautious.
Absolutely, and you have our responsibility as law enforcement professionals is to try to identify those particular individuals and take them off the streets, because a lot of criminals hide in those homeless camps and those homeless areas. You know, I spoke with a business owner yesterday that told me his the back door had been completely torn down of his business. The business is no longer there, but he still has the building and they're staying in there. So we try our best to be compassionate, make them leave, doing things like that. But at the same time, we have to abide by the laws. We have to. And so that's what we do. We run them out of those businesses, out of those homes that are abandoned, because there's no place.
Can't count the fires that we have.
Oh, absolutely. You can't. I mean, a lot of things are going on with them, and they may end up burned or something like that. So we got to take them out of those abandoned houses. And it's a tough situation.
Didn't you say we had another question somebody to ask, Odie, from the page, or did I miss it?
We talked about the academy and sending people to that.
Yeah, we are.
Yesterday, I showed up on the scene. Y'all had got everything settled. This was downtown 23rd Avenue, 24th Avenue, and 13th Street, and then a weapon would be found on 23rd Avenue. A guy fired a weapon. He got rid of it very quickly. And at first I thought he had shot at someone because somebody saw it and a guy ran. It ended up, I guess he shot in the ground to scare the guy.
Yes, sir.
And then he chunked the weapon. And it ended up that, well, he was a felon and couldn't have a weapon.
That's why he chunked it.
And
We're not saying they're dumb.
But here's the scene. This is downtown Meridian yesterday as your guys show up to investigate this. Sheriff's Department came along with this as well. Several of you. Now, no one was hurt. Now, it kind of spooked everybody at the beginning. But y'all handled this quickly.
Yes, sir.
And the situation was handled right up in there, as you'll see there. There it is, as they walk out from behind the bushes there of where he dropped that. And he was trying his best to get away. And the guy that saw it, if I understood this right, ran over to the fire station. He goes, look, hey, I need some help. Call the police. And that's a good thing to do if you need to run somewhere.
Absolutely. We cannot, and I can't begin to tell you how many investigations I've read over the past small length of time that I've been here, where people are afraid to talk, people are afraid to tell who's doing this and who's doing that, and that just amazed me. But I appreciate all of those individuals, those citizens that are coming out and speaking against anybody doing any type of illegal behavior, like, you know, shooting into the ground or even in the air with a firearm, and you're not even supposed to be in possession of a firearm. Of course, we're going to convict him, you know. But those type of things, we really want our community to know that they're a part of this law enforcement spectrum. When you communicate those things to us, we're better able to serve you by protecting you, coming out to those particular scenes and doing what we do as far as arrest an individual or take them out of that particular area. But if the public doesn't communicate that with us, then that's a problem. That's why it's important to community police your area that you work in, and that's what all of our guys have bought in to do. Everybody has bought into that theory, that action of policing their area, being out there, being seen. So that's important. You build a relationship with the community when you do that, with the business owners, with all of the stakeholders.
And if you don't want to say anything, that's one you can call 911.
Absolutely.
They're going to keep that to themselves. It's not going out unless you say, hey, give me an officer. If it's a regular officer, anybody, or if you want an administration, here's my name and phone number, have them call me. But all you got to do is call 911.
Yeah.
Tell them what's going on, and they're not going to tell everybody where this come from.
And if you have a relationship with an officer, if you know that officer, I'm sure you have his cell number. Mm-hmm. Call that officer direct, whether he's on duty or off. He's going to point you in the right direction where, hey, if you don't want your identity known, you know this individual shot into that car, shot into that dwelling, I'll let this particular officer know, and then he's going to tell whoever that individual was that shot. So those relationships are vital for individuals to get arrested and convicted for these crimes.
Public needs to help, 100%.
Absolutely.
Now, this falls under you, and you probably ain't even had a chance to even realize that this falls under you. But Brian is doing a great job. We got a little pet that we want to bring up because animal control falls under police department. This is Mando, 3-year-old rat terrier, needs a home, and little pup. We call
them alarm clocks.
But if you'd like to make this little pup smile, go down and see Brian. He'll help you out today. This is a good thing, and they removed. Did you see the snake video I had this week?
No, I didn't.
We were down. Boy, it's spooky. Down at Crossroads, and somebody saw a snake go across the parking lot, and he went up in somebody's truck.
Really?
And so animal control came and they climbed up all in the hood and removed that snake.
Scotty Ray was standing way back with the zoom on.
Respectfully, of course, there's no way I can deal with a snake.
Me and you both.
A dog, hippopotamus, anything. Lion, no snake. No.
3 of us
but those guys are doing an awesome job over at Animal Control. And when they come out with that enthusiasm, that zeal to take care of whatever situation they need to take care of involving an animal. But a snake, Malachi is not dealing with a snake.
We'll call Brian. And they're getting a new building, and they're reorganizing, and that's going to be great for the city of Meridian and what Brian's doing and working under the police department. And great things to come all the way around from Meridian.
Yes, sir. I'm honored to be chief of Meridian. I'm proud of the work that the police officers are doing here in the city, and people talk about it all the time. They're giving me credit for it. All I can do is provide the leadership, encouragement, and motivation, and expectation and accountability. Everything else is up to them. All I need is the help from the city council and the mayor. Of course, the mayor already got it done, but if we can get this salary increase, that's going to boost our retention. That's going to boost our recruitment. So we're hoping that the city council see fit to do that. And I understand, Laurel PD, they start out at $51,000, and we're way
Is that before they come and drop people off in the parking lot, Meridian, and drive back?
That's why they don't have the problem we do.
Look, Scotty, my cousin is chief of police in law, and he and I got to talk about that. It may be Jones County.
Don't bring them here.
So don't bring them to Meridian. As a matter of fact, go south. Go south. Go south. Way south.
More coming up with the chief here at the Scotty Ray Report.
Spring is here. It's time to get your lawn looking its best with Kubota mowers. Parish Tractor's Kubota Z232 KW42 is the perfect mower for a pristine lawn. And now, you can own one with payments as low as $95 a month. Visit Parish Tractor today and take advantage of this amazing offer. 2.99% APR financing now through KubotaUSA.com for more information.
More than a tractor store.
The Precast Group, offering you the best selection when it comes to a storm shelter. Located on 145 South in Meridian, where they offer above-ground shelters that can be installed in your home as your built-in. are conveniently located right outside your home if it's already built. They also offer storm shelters that can be installed in a slide bank or on flat ground. Protect your family today with a very affordable storm shelter from the Precast Group. Highway 145 South, 601-482-0003. The Precast Group.
In there.
Welcome back, your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie, and since you missed it, I'm just going to give you a brief preview here. What your guys done for you here. Let's pull this up on the screen. This was last week. I'm going to fast forward this as they get in after this.
Now, see, he's using a stick. That was smart, but then
he had to get
sticking his head in there. These guys, they do the work. Well, there's no way I would stick my head in that.
There's no way
I'm
going to stick my hand down in there where the stick don't work. Well, he'll come out on his own.
Here he comes. Let me get it right over here. There he is. And let's just hit play here where you get close up. Now, that ain't no baby snake, is it?
No, that...
he don't want to turn loose, does he?
No way.
And there's his head.
And he's not afraid.
And as I talked to him after, he goes, "Man, I don't like snakes either." He goes, "I was too far in."
Oh my goodness, there's no way.
Yeah, you were there with a camera. Wasn't no way he was going to back off now.
I wouldn't get near it.
God bless everybody with opportunities to do a job, and that's one job.
Now, you
know
did
it's
say,
under this department.
You did say earlier that some people have a special skill set.
That's right. That's exactly right.
And that's his. Take mine. Hey, we had a boo-boo downtown yesterday on 5th Street and 18th Avenue. I don't know if you... I didn't see you. I saw Michael Ted arrive on the scene as we had a car that was involved in an accident that got flipped. And let's go to the scene there as we look at this. Engine number 1 on scene as we pan around. All right. Here's part of it there, a little damage there, and then whoops. And believe it or not, minor injuries with this. That is what was so fortunate about this. And here's a different angle of this that'll show the car on the bottom side.
I'm telling you, they just checking the catalytic.
And we work so well with Chief Evans and his fire department, as well as the sheriff's department. We all of our agencies are working in conjunction with each other to try to provide all the necessary services that the city needs. So that's what we're doing. We're honored to work with each other, and none of us have a problem working with each other. As a matter of fact, the sheriff and I along with the other chiefs in this particular area, we had a roundtable discussion about trends in criminal law, the patterns that are going on with crime and different things, the stats, and just our overall agenda was basically communication and collaboration. So we had that maybe 3.5 weeks ago, and Sheriff Calhoun is getting ready to have one at the end of this month. He's going to have his. So we've been taking turns doing that. We just started here doing it. I hosted the first one, and he's going to do the second one, and we're just going to pass it around to each of the chief executives of the law enforcement area here in Lauderdale County. So it's fun, we feed, and that's the big thing.
Well, and you know, we haven't seen this often, but I didn't see it any before you arrived, of Highway Patrol being involved with helping out the city of Meridian. And we're seeing that at these checkpoints. Highway Patrol on scene. I'm seeing them drive through town. And you know, that's an extra blanket of security for citizens to feel that, hey, the Highway Patrol is here too.
Absolutely. You got to tap into your resources, and that's internal and external. And Captain Kemp does an awesome job of working with us. And
he's scared of his daddy.
Todd's not going to bother him. But no, seriously, Captain Kemp does an awesome job with the Highway Patrol with leading Troop H, and he's helped us numerous times sending individuals out to the scene. And of course, I know everybody know about how all the troopers were in a lot of the areas that you wouldn't expect to see them in. That's not just that one-time thing. This is going to be an ongoing thing. So we want to have as many officers present as we can to show that, not just show, but like we said earlier about those criminals that think about it.
Right.
We want to put it in their head where they stop thinking and just say, "I give up. I'm not going to do it. I'm not."
And Meridian is not on the map for me. It's time for me to go somewhere else.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. Let's not go by there. That's not safe for them.
And there is a change, and again, let me say this: you cannot control criminals when they decide to do something. You have to be a deterrent for that. They know that police are in the area, and it does make them think. But there is no one person in this entire world that can stop crime 100%. So the reason I say that is we're going to have things happen from time to time, Absolutely. And they will. We'll be there to tell you about them as it happens, and keep you informed along the way there.
That's why we want to get our neighborhood watch program back up.
Is that going to be expanding?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We want to have a lot of churches getting involved with that, starting that, and having officers present. I'm sure every officer goes to church, so we need to have officers that are involved with our neighborhood watch program in their church and in their community. That's what community policing is about. You identify those areas in your church, the individuals in your church that want to be a part of it, and you do it. And that's I think one of the quickest ways of kind of combating a lot of crime and communicating the crime that's going on. If you have that neighborhood watch, okay, I already have an officer that's part of our neighborhood watch. So I just tell him, I just call his cell number and let him know, look, this individual's in our community. He's not from here. He parked his car a block away, and he got a backpack, and he looked like he's getting ready to do something. So he's got a mask on. No brainer. Let's take care of this.
And speaking of the neighborhood watch, we want to send up a special prayer for Keith Moody.
Yes, sir.
A little under the weather at the hospital for a little procedure, and we wish him well with that. We hope he gets better real soon there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate it. We appreciate it.
But, he's a good one. And Ray Davis, Miss Davis. She's going to be in a neck brace for about 6 months, and her back, she's, what Al say, we're in better shape than what we expected to be.
Right.
So she's doing a lot better. So
this is Al Davis from Al's Garden Gift. His mom was in a rollover ATV accident.
Oh, man.
Picking muscadines, wasn't that what it was?
Picking muscadines, yeah. And so both of them, big pillars of the community. Miss Ray Davis taught most everybody around here that went to West Lauderdale and then MCC. And then Keith Moody, member of our fire department, and been with Meridian Police Department and Marion Police Department for a long time.
Marion.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's right there helping everybody, and yes, he does need some prayers too right now.
Let's talk about Chickasawhay River, Clarke County. Did you realize what happened yesterday? And this is one of those things when it comes to an accident of people slowing down when they approach this. MDOT was out working yesterday. They were parked and working, and a car come along and just did not see them apparently.
That's what those flashing lights are.
And here's a look at this car here on the screen here. What happened? And as we take a look, that car struck the back of this trailer and spun around and hit the bridge there. And it hit the rear end here. And fortunately, none of the workers were hurt. They were able to scramble and get out of the way, but we could be talking about a different situation this morning.
Yeah. And I don't know this situation. I'm going to use this as a time to put out a PSA.
Part of that situation? Somebody went to jail for DUI.
Well, that helps.
That would cause that. Don't be drinking and driving or driving under the influence of something.
Coordination's impaired. Coordination's impaired when you're driving under influence like that, and you see lights, but you can't make an accurate judgment on those lights. When you see those blue lights or whatever color lights, you're supposed to slow down and try your best to move over safely if you can. But if you're impaired, your judgment is way off. So,
and you've got to see. You've got to look ahead of you. You can't drive looking at the front of your car.
No, you can't do that.
And drinking is not the only thing that impair you. Extreme tiredness will do that. There was a big wreck in Newton a year or so ago. Complete interstate was blocked. Had patrol cars out through there. And a car went right through them. And he had been working so many hours, he was tired. And when they asked him about it, he simply said, saw blue lights, hit blue lights.
We had that 2-car pileup in Scuba years ago when I was a kid, when that girl was laying out in the bikini. I remember that, and everybody was looking in the car. Y'all think I'm lying.
Were you holding up a sign that said 10?
Well, yeah, it was you. I'll never forget. I got a call from Jimmy. He goes, "Hey, have you been down 16?" I said,
you
"No."
started the wreck?
You need to go. And then it was a wreck. Everybody was looking.
Everybody was looking.
We'll be right back. American Portable Buildings not only has buildings, but they also have trailers. They're budget-friendly, zero down, no credit check. Come take advantage of these savings today. Take a look at all they have to offer. If it's a trailer you need, they have them from 12-foot to 16-foot to 18-foot, even car haulers. If you're tired of having to borrow a trailer every time you need one, see them today. Call 601-693-6200 or drop by for a visit at 4838 Old Homestead Road in Meridian. Grass cutting season is here, and if you need a new lawnmower, drop in and visit our friends at Freeman Tractor on Highway 494. If you've got a big yard with acres and acres to mow, they have size yard you have. Freeman Tractor has the lawnmower that fits you and your budget. From 48-inch all the way up to 60, or the X-Mark lawnmower. Plenty of these to choose from. Also, they carry a complete line of LS tractors. Come by for a test drive today. Financing available. Visit our friends at Freeman Tractor, Highway 494. Rockhouse Gun & Pawn, located at 5430 Highway 19 North, is ready for spring. From weed eaters to push and riding lawnmowers, and one of the largest selections you'll find in chainsaws, along with power tools and generators for backup power. Maybe you're in the market for a TV or maybe a guitar. And not to mention a large selection of diamond rings and Louis Vuitton purses. The Rockhouse Gun & Pawn even has a private lobby for your pawns for confidentiality. Visit them today, Highway 19 North, Rockhouse Gun & Pawn. Welcome back, your friend Scotty Ray. Let's go out to, we brought up Al's Garden gift.
Yeah.
And this is a common place. I got to meet up with the Highway Patrol. I got to meet up with the Sheriff's Department.
Everybody was right there, huh?
We say everybody.
Everybody.
As we go here, and let me show you the video here of just how quickly an accident can happen there. This is at the intersection of State Boulevard, and I'm sure you've worked wrecks there before when you were the Highway Patrol. We've got a car in the ditch here. As you can see, it's got a new readjusted rear end. Is that the proper way to say that?
Well, yeah. That's, that's a major place. We work wrecks there pretty regular. Mm-hmm. I hate to say that.
But it does. It's a common place. And, of course, Lewis came and picked up that one. And then here, old 41's on the job. They're checking everything out.
There's old Chris.
And then
working it.
As you'll see, it's not near as much damage to the pickup truck as it was to the car.
Yeah, the tire's only flat on the bottom.
Yeah, it's bigger. And those things happen. The bigger the better. I'm all about it.
Oh, yeah.
But that was one of the situations that we had yesterday that happened in right outside the county there. We had the shooting in Philadelphia, and we do get an update here from the chief there. Approximately 8:30, this was the night before last, in 200 block of Lewis Avenue. Male was shot, as we had told you the night when it happened. We didn't have all the details. We just knew he was shot there. The male victim was transported by ambulance to Meridian and listed in stable condition. It was a 20-year-old that was shot in the leg, in the upper leg there is what happened. And like many small towns, it's a pretty common thing. And of course, we appreciate everything he does. We got a missing pup.
Uh-oh.
This fella needs going back home. Y'all get a good look at this guy. I think that's his play toy there.
I was going to ask what that was.
That's a black German Shepherd, isn't it?
It looked like a German Shepherd.
Well, you know he's hot. I hope somebody's getting him some water.
Around the Bonita Lakes area, if you happen to see him, call Brian or send us an inbox and we'll get him hooked back up.
I'd go check the lake. He's probably out there swimming.
Yeah, well, that's not a snake, so I can check that out.
That's right. I'll go look for him.
I meant to bring this up this week. Kemper County, as we mentioned Kemper County a minute ago. This happened over the weekend. Look at this. This was inflamed.
I hope they got out.
Yeah, everybody got out safely there. Thank goodness. But on the rural route, it takes a little time to get the fire department. You got to remember, a lot of times the fire department's 15 miles away from this.
Yes,
then
sir.
the folks have got to come, and they got there as quickly as they could. But total loss on that vehicle. And we need to talk about these guys from last night. Around 8:30, I got a call that the Meridian Fire Department engine number 1 had fired up and took off. And here we come, boogie there, trying to get there. And this is what we would find here with the Meridian Police Department as we walk up to the scene here. She's, and this was put out in record time. And I told Michael Kidd, I seriously, if they had an Olympics when it comes to firemen. Folks, these guys can put out a fire in no time flat. Look at this.
I told them before they must go to the base of the fire, because I don't know what he's doing with those guys, but they are on it. They put those fires out.
And
awesome job.
Most cases, and we've talked about it, he was in here and said they can be on most scenes within 3 minutes.
Yes, yeah, they can.
That's quick.
That is quick.
And it does give you a security to know. And not only have they have really branched out and helped on the edge of the county of things burning. I ran into the guy, excuse me, do you remember on John C. Stennis Drive? The older home there, the White House that caught on fire.
Yeah.
They came up and helped with that.
Yeah.
And thank goodness he was away from home when that fire broke out. But with loblolly pine, that stuff goes.
Yeah,
it was a 100-year-old home, and man, it was tough.
They go quickly there. So as we move forward for this, I know you're still in the learning stages of learning everybody's name around town.
Yes, sir.
What's your favorite food in case somebody wanted to drop something by the station there? What is it? It ain't donuts, is it?
I don't even eat donuts because of that stereotype. But, I work out all the time, so I like steak. But
that's good stuff, isn't it?
I'm trying to fight between Weidman's steak and the Rustler. Oh my goodness,
that's good stuff, isn't it?
Yes.
And another problem that you're fixing to have, I want to go ahead and point this out because this is going to be tempting. These folks, probably within 2 to 3 weeks, are fixing to be right next door to you.
Oh man,
your parking lot going to be full trying to get people turned around.
Was it you or who that ordered that fence cut over there where you could have quick access?
Hey, that I want to blame Assistant Chief Thompson, Darrell Thompson. He's the one. But I'm glad they're there. I think it's an easy access to get off of the interstate onto 22nd for people that are coming through. That's a good tax base for us to build more.
Progress breeds progress. Maybe
Absolutely.
some more of those lots down through there on both sides can be sold to a business.
Yes.
And then adding more jobs, more tax base. And that's what we're looking for here.
That's
in the city
right.
of Meridian.
That's exactly right.
I'm
waiting for it to open.
Yeah.
Well, you said something there. Let me ask this: has there been some promotions within the department that I'm not aware of? You said Assistant Chief Thompson. Is that official now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Actually, today.
Tell us more about this. What have you got for us here?
Assistant Chief Thompson, he served in the interim capacity, and he was on the eligibility list for Assistant Chief. And he basically ran the department prior to me getting there. Him and Assistant Chief Gale have been doing an awesome job. And they've been my right hand /right hand. I can't say right and left hand. I mean, they've been doing an awesome job. And I saw what they've been doing, and I saw what Interim Captain Thompson at the time had been doing, facilitating a lot of things with other agencies, as well as ensuring that the guys are taken care of as far as equipment, just overall leadership. And I couldn't stand by and not promote him into that billet, because we have 2 assistant chief billets. Assistant Chief Thompson will serve as the director of operations. He's going to be over all the special operations of the special operations group, patrol, our CID, our investigative team, and any special project as far as anything coming into the city, whereas they're going to need law enforcement presence, and a whole list of other things.
Did you tell him he can no longer be called Golf 1?
No, I didn't tell him. I didn't tell him that. But
so who will move into the captain spot? Who moves up?
Well, the captain spot, we hadn't finished the paperwork yet.
Okay.
But that's going to be an investigative captain's position that Tavares Smith will be taking over in that.
Know Tavares very well.
Yes, sir.
He's
very experienced in those areas of investigation, as well as educated on aspects of criminal investigation. So I'm looking forward to a complete overhaul of what he's going to do. He has some great ideas, so I'm looking forward to that. And as far as we talk about our felony investigations and our presenting to the grand jury, I think he has the know-how, the overall knowledge to ensure that things are presented in a timely fashion. And Cassie's not sitting over there waiting on this packet to be presented. it'll be thoroughly looked over and evaluated and presented to the grand jury. So I'm looking for great things in our investigative as well as our patrol and our overall Meridian Police Department.
These ladies wanted to know how come you ain't been to see. I went to see them Sunday, and they wanted to know where you were. And
where?
I was hanging out over at Cracker Barrel, and they said, "Where's the chief?"
I eat at Cracker Barrel all the time.
You need to take a picture with these girls.
But see, this is what happens when I leave Saturday mornings from the gym. I'm all sweaty.
Yeah, you did want to.
And I go by Cracker Barrel.
You don't have that
and they don't even recognize me. That's bad. They don't even recognize me. That's what it is.
I'm gonna tell you, they were so I cannot thank them enough. They were extremely nice to me and my family when we went by there and ate this weekend. They were, and we really enjoyed that, and just wanted to give them a little shout out for what they do for so many people there. That
Tavares worked with him so much. Great guy.
Yes.
Assistant Chief. We'll have to get through with acting captain. Now, Assistant Chief Thompson and both Assistant Chief Gale worked with those in the past. Great men to work with. So great appointments there.
Yeah, I review performance. I don't just come in and promote. Especially you going in and you don't know pretty much anybody. You know their names, you've heard of them, but I review performance, and I review overall conduct, and I definitely review how they're encouraging and motivating other individuals to develop themselves. So that's important as a leader, and they have those characteristics. So Assistant Chief Gale is phenomenal on all the innovation that's coming into Meridian Police Department. He understands technology and very, very smart on those areas. And with him and Assistant Chief Thompson, I think they make a great team for Assistant Chief Gale to run all of our logistics in our real-time crime center and our overall admin operations, and Chief Thompson, of course, running our day-to-day patrol and investigative operations. So they're a great asset for the city of Meridian, as well as our entire team. I will be getting ready to start our merit promotions real soon, so there will be other individuals that will be getting promoted too. So we are looking to put people in areas of their skill set as well as their overall knowledge and capability and orders to pass the merit promotion process, because of course it's bigger than just a test.
Right.
The structured interview and a lot of other things, but we're looking to fulfill the areas that are lacking and put the leadership in place. So I'm looking forward to that. I know they are definitely looking forward to that, but our city council and the mayor has been extremely excited about what's been going on in Meridian PD as well as the other divisions. I think it's just the whole overall culture of Meridian is changing. It's not just the Meridian PD, it's all of our different divisions. They're changing the culture, and everybody's got the zeal about them that they want to do the job, and the leadership in place.
Well, we have hope now.
Yeah, absolutely.
And people see the changes, and people like the changes.
Well, I'm all about positive. I believe in being around positive people and people with a superior mindset, superior attitude, that really willing to accomplish goals and get things done. And when you migrate to those people, you have a tendency to follow that. If you migrate around negative people, you'll be negative all the time. So we building on positive attitudes and everybody working for a common goal and continuously training and trying to be the best that you could be, because I don't believe in being second to anybody. I want to move Meridian PD to a position it's never been before. Not about me, but about the team doing it. So I can't do it by myself. So everybody has to be bought in. And if they buy in, they'll see things that they've never seen before. With all the things that the city council and the mayor are allowing us to do and paying for the things and the training that we're allowing to get.
The training is the key, and then not just the training, but if you turn around and keep up with technology as technology grows, you don't get so far behind. But the training and the technology, and I see that what you've done down there with training is something that's really going to push Meridian forward, and it's wonderful to work with. I can feel the freshness in the air when I'm out and about with everybody.
You're exactly correct. That's very important. Training is a priority in law enforcement. I say training, continuous training. The acquisition of knowledge is a never-ending process.
Amen.
When it comes to professional development. You can't stay stagnant in one area and say, okay, I'm a law enforcement officer for 10 years, but you hadn't shot your firearm in 8 years. Or you haven't done the EVOC driving course in 5 years.
Yeah.
But yet you go out there and have a rake, or you accidentally shoot yourself, or you accidentally have your weapon taken. Continuous training over and over again. And that creates a skill set. That creates another dynamic of a police officer. He feels confident and willing to go out and protect the citizens of this city. I just believe that. The more confident you are, the more you're willing to handle that situation, the more you're willing to work well with those other agencies and communicate to the community that you serve. So it's very important, training.
Chief Malachi, we'll be right back.
On a hot day chasing crime in Meridian, to make a man thirsty, there's no better way than an ice-cold Coca-Cola to quench your thirst.
Or an ice-cold Diet Coke if you prefer that flavor.
No matter where you're at, stop by a local store and support that store and Meridian Coca-Cola. They're supporting us every day.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Everything starts with a great grill, cookware, and accessories. Add in locally sourced meat and dairy, frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, and daybeds and have fun with our cornhole boards. From animal print coolers to authentic Louis Vuitton purses, we have what you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
At Pettit Jewelers in Philadelphia, Mississippi, trust Nicole with your priceless heirloom jewelry. With generations of refined expertise, she ensures your cherished pieces are meticulously cared for. Pettit Jewelers, Philadelphia.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty. I have a question here. You've been a trooper. What is it? What are the do's and don'ts when somebody? I'm sure somebody's tried to talk you out of a ticket before. What works and what doesn't work?
With me, because every trooper is different, every officer is different. With me, it's attitude. It's overall your personal attitude. When you walk up to the car and the individual, they may have been having a bad day and may be upset. Or they may look at you like, what now? Or those
that's a no-no to do to a trooper, right?
Absolutely. To any officer for that matter.
What's the best excuse that you can remember that was ever given to you if somebody's speeding?
I cannot say that one. I think any officer, when it comes to speeding or any type of violation, they done had some really good excuses.
There's some clever people out there, isn't it?
Yeah.
I thought I had to ask that though before, so I said, Odie, I wanted you to translate this chart for me. As I was talking about Mississippi State, what do all these L's mean over here of last season?
Wait. Scott, I believe you looked at my resume and you know I graduated from Mississippi State.
My son is a professor there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we've donated, and I am a Mississippi State fan. I truly am. It's just really bad. It's just bad. It's time for a coach.
Hey, look, I'm just going to smile and say nothing.
When did you graduate from there?
Oh, man, I can't even. That's been back in the.
It was after you.
It was in the 2000s. I think in 2012. Yeah.
There you go, Mississippi State. Yeah. We are hoping that they have a better year.
Yes, sir.
They didn't change coaches, so the odds of that are slim. We just thought we'd go.
Look, I'm just waiting on football season.
So who's your favorite team?
As far as professional, of course, Kansas City Chiefs.
There we go.
So you're a Taylor Swiftie? You're a Swiftie?
You know, I feel like, Scotty, right now, you've talked to somebody on the Highway Patrol because I have a captain that's been picking on me. He's been doing these little IA videos with me and Taylor Swift, so he's been clowning on me about that. So I'm praying that nobody on the Highway Patrol is watching this right now. But I'm not a Swiftie. I don't know anything about her music, but I love Kansas City. I love Kelsey. I love Kansas
He big ugly dude.
I was a fan before she was there. I was a fan before she even come around to Kansas City Chiefs.
Like it or not, whatever you think about Taylor, she has brought a lot of attention to that franchise. And she
you can't
truly
get a
has.
shirt anymore. You know, that was. Now I'm an Aints fan.
A who?
An Aints fan.
You got to always be a Saints fan if you're from the South.
Saint. I thought you said Ant.
He did.
Well, when they're not doing real good, you're an Aints fan. You know, you put the brown bag over your head.
I thought that was just your date.
So that was my first professional game I've ever been to. Atlanta and New Orleans. I'm always be on the South, but as far as my favorite is going to be Kansas City.
I love Mahomes.
Yeah,
I love that kid.
Yeah.
The way he plays, his attitude. Mahomes is just, he's a bad boy.
Yeah, he is.
We're getting some hottie toddies. We got a roll tide.
Hottie toddy.
We got some folks still supporting Mississippi State there regardless. And LSU gets a nod there.
LSU?
Yeah, I like LSU. I like LSU, but
my wife's going roll
y'all remember
tide.
we have a kid from Clarke County, from Quitman, that goes to Alabama now. So I'm looking for big things for Alabama. My son's a trooper in Alabama, so I'll be going to more of Alabama games this year because we have a kid from Quitman.
But let me ask you this about Alabama, though. Have things kind of not going so well for them since somebody left that post? I don't
care who you are. You cannot. Nobody. There's not a single person out there that can ever step into Saban's shoes.
But I'm not trying to even be ugly, but I'm serious. They're not winning as much as they were, are they?
I want to believe. No, they're not. But I want to believe this year, with the acquisition of our running back,
right,
AK, that Alabama is going to step it up. I know one
They
player,
may want to bring in that
football,
guy from Mississippi State to be assistant coach.
Scotty.
Come on. Well, I say y'all can get you a new one already.
Hey, look, I'm looking for big things for Alabama, and I'm looking for big things from Mississippi State.
There we go.
I'm still hotty toddy. We're gonna move forward with the train we got going. So
LSU, the only thing that I can think of is that girl that went viral down there, the dance cheer girl. Do you know who? She got all those followers.
What happened with that?
She was just good looking, and all of them started following. She's gorgeous. she's like big time now. Y'all act like y'all ain't seen it.
I hadn't seen it. I hadn't seen it.
Yeah, she done well.
Well, you know how Facebook started, don't you?
Oh, go ahead and tell us, because I think you are.
It started in a college where they would take pictures of all these girls.
Yeah.
And then people would rate them, and it was Facebook.
Oh, I thought
I'm going to have to research that one, Odie.
And just a warning
right
for all
on
you single guys out there, there's a new app called T that women are judging you and telling everything about you locally. So
wow.
Boy.
I'm a married man. I don't have to worry about that.
There you go.
We're good.
We got any birthdays this morning?
Ooh, they were coming on in here. Let's see. We've got Pete Eves, member of our dive team. He's having a birthday. Ed Wyndham. That's a good buddy of mine. He's got one. Now, here's what. We don't know who's having a birthday because they share an account. But it's either Bobby or Christy Faber. One of them's got a birthday today, but we're not real sure. So happy
Christy said she wasn't getting any older, so
it's got to be Bobby.
It's got Bobby. He takes it.
Charles Dean Jr., brother of mine, birthday. Janie James, 81 years young. Ralph Young, 80 years young today. James Embry, 76 years young. We got Brenda Gordon's birthday. Brittany Stinson's got a birthday. And Greg and Jeanette Summerlin celebrating 9 years anniversary today. So happy
and
anniversary.
I'd just like
and
to
happy
remind
birthday.
him he's still got life to go. He may not have thought about that yet, but I thought I'd just go ahead and throw that. Chief, as we're getting ready to close here, anything that you want to close with, remind anybody about that we hadn't covered with you this morning?
Yeah, I would say the curfew starting September the 1st. Of course, it's already enacted. It's already an ordinance, but we're really going to step up our enforcement of the curfew.
Explain to me how that will work.
September the 1st. Of course, you know the times are right now. The times are starting on Sundays. I don't know September 1st what date it is on, but it started September 1st. But Sunday to Thursday, 10 p.m. to, of course, 6 a.m. Anyone under the age of 18, excuse me, need to be inside their home. And as far as the truancy, if it's after, I believe, 7:30, don't quote me on that, I may be wrong, 7:30, 8 o'clock, no, it may be 8 o'clock, 8:30, from 8:30 to 3:30, and I really don't want to get that wrong. I apologize, you have to forgive me as far as truancy, but curfew, definitely, Sunday through Thursday, 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. Now, of course, on the weekends and through the week, if they have some type of work permit that's validated, of course, we're good with that. But we're going to step up our enforcement on curfew and truancy. If we see some young folks that appear to be under the age of 18 and school is in, we're going to stop them. We're going to stop them, and we're going to find out who they are, who their parents are, and the parents are going to be held responsible.
I'm seeing that in a lot of towns.
Allow
now.
all of them to be mad at me. I really don't care, but you have a responsibility as a mother or a father to take care of your kids and ensure they get a proper education, as well as ensure that they're safe and not out in the streets after 10 o'clock during weekdays.
I can see that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think it's great. You kind of look down and say you hate to have to do that.
Absolutely.
But you've got to start somewhere, and give a line for people to stay at. And school, mandatory, you've got to go to school.
You got to go to school.
And then we see what staying out late at night does. My mom and daddy says there ain't nothing good after 10 p.m.
And it's to protect the kids also. We don't want anyone thinking, they just want to affect this ordinance and just harass our kids. It's not about harassing, it's about protecting. Right. It's about protecting them and protecting the people they associate with, the community they're walking around or they're involved in. Nobody want to shoot basketball or play football after 10 o'clock at night. So we're going to enforce that.
And it might send them home, and they can spend time with their parents. They get to know each other.
Absolutely. And I tell you, when I say responsibility, that's a strong word. And I want to make sure that all of our parents know I'm serious about this curfew thing. And if it gets to the point it's really bad, we'll talk to the city council and change it from 10 p.m. to 9 p.m. Now, of course, on the weekends, Fridays and Saturdays, it's 12 midnight. But, Sunday through Thursdays is 10 p.m.
And let me ask this just off the cuff here. Shirley made a comment here. Have you thought about people that don't wear makeup coming out before 8 a.m.? Can we enforce something that would help? Because it's kind of scary. I bumped into her before 8 o'clock. Can we...
He's done got me in trouble with her because of his ranting on.
I don't know who Miss Shirley is, but I'm not making any comments.
Look, I saw her with some cucumbers on her eyes once, and I knocked on her door before 7. It scared me.
Oh, my goodness.
Have mercy. Thank you, Chief.
Who is Miss Shirley?
Oh, yeah, he'll get you in more trouble than you can get out of.
I'm not saying anything, so he can't get me in trouble.
So what about the weather today, Chief?
Exactly. 105, I believe.
Yeah.
Chief, I appreciate you coming in this morning.
I appreciate you guys. I had a great time.
Odie, as we leave, do you have a Bible verse for us to face today? What's our closing Bible verse?
So the Lord's going to give us Psalms 119.
119, okay.
Hey, a nice one here. Your word is a lamp to my feet, a light on my path. And that's one thing that we can do. If we keep Jesus Christ in our forefront, He is always lighting the path that we should go. He's always there for us, and we always talk about burdens, to give Him your burden. Give Him your cares, and He will give you your comfort. Bring Him into your life today. Make that change. I ask Him for forgiveness every day, because each and every one of us are sinners. But He is always there to pick us up and carry us through our hard times. Bring Him into your heart. He will make a difference. Y'all have a wonderful day. We love you. We'll be with you Thursday. Friday's coming. Until then, remember, have a great day. We love you.